Morning dreamers, how are you today? I'm not in my kitchen because I have some amazing chefs making breakfast today because we're all off work and off school. It is Good Friday. A friend of mine was asking how to explain to his teenager why it's Good Friday. It looks like the church is celebrating torture and the murder of good teachers. It's a good question. It's not really a celebration as much as it's a day of remembrance, like Remembrance Day or Veterans Day. But why is it good? Jesus had a kangaroo court and found guilty for something he never did. Mob mentality took over because inside their brains the elite leaders decided to put lies. They were threatened by the way Jesus was telling us we need to live: peace, hope, harmony, love. They were threatened. The systems, the religious systems, the social systems, everything was threatened by this. And Jesus was teaching a better way. A better way. And so he had originally, at the time of creation, given authority to humankind to rule and have dominion over the world. And he'd given that creation full reign. And yet we messed it up. We forgot who we were. We forgot who we were representing. We just forgot. And in forgetting, we started to misuse our power. You see it every day when parents misuse their power with their children. And they command rather than guide. There are times when our children need to just do what they're told. I agree with you on that. But there's a way, a Jesus way of demonstrating that leadership within your home. We see that control of power, that misuse of power, when a husband manipulates scripture to demand something from his wife that isn't his to demand. We see that control of power and that misuse of power when religious leaders focus on the people who are not in the pews and they shame them. We see political misuse of power everywhere. Everywhere. Just have to turn on a news broadcast and you see it. It's terrible. And so Jesus, he came to earth as a human, Emmanuel, God with us, because that authority that had been given was now being misused. It was being used to separate, divide, to hurt, to torture, to marginalize people. It was being misused both in the temple systems but also in the political systems. And Jesus said, hey guys, you can't have this authority anymore. I'm coming. All authority in heaven and on earth is given to me by the Father, and I'm coming to take that authority back. And I'm coming to teach you how to live. So, Marilyn, why Good Friday? Well, humankind did not like their authority, their God-given authority, being threatened. So they got together and said, hey, this guy can't hang out here anymore. He can't. We've got to get rid of him, or else we're surrendering our authority. And people are going to start to listen to him, and they're going to start to do what he wants them to do, and then we have no control. So there we were, humankind, as a collective, taking his life, torturing him. The things we remember today are really gruesome. The things we remember today are horribly sad. They make us physically ill, and they should. The God-given authority was used by God-created humans to torture and kill the divine. And when God turned his face away and everything became dark, it wasn't because Jesus was made evil for our evil. It was because God just went, wow, I can't do this. I can't watch my creation killing me. My son in human form. So why is it Good Friday then? Because while God himself, Jesus, was hanging on the cross, a murder torture device, he said, God, forgive them. They don't get it. They just don't get it, and they don't understand. I'm about to take their authority from them once and for all. They will have a view of authority, which Paul then turns around and says, right now on earth, it's living as though you're looking through a glass darkly. Because we have a view of things that isn't quite whole and is really, really fuzzy around the edges, and we don't really get it. And we won't until we're in God's presence, face to face. But on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. And his love was so all-encompassing, and his forgiveness was so complete that the removal of our authority was finished. The authority was now back fully in God's hands. He removed it from us, and now he was about to re-give it to us for those who follow the way of peace, of joy, of hope, and we can transform the world from within the systems by showing his love, by showing his forgiveness, by showing his grace and mercy. And so those that chose to follow the way of Jesus, they now have the authority to bring healing to this world, instead of to bring political power, instead of bringing religious power. We're laying down our power by following the way of Jesus. Because ultimately, it's a false power anyway. Yeah, there's some people in history books that really, really did some damage by abusing power. But at the end of the day, where are those history books going to be? They're not going to be in the libraries of heaven. They're not going to be in the libraries of the new earth. Why is it Good Friday? Because authority has been removed from those who are powerful in this world and given to those who are humble, who choose to follow the way of Jesus. Authority for healing, authority for peace, authority for love has been given to us who choose to follow him. Why is it Good Friday? Because Jesus' forgiveness and love was so all-encompassing, it was finished. And it was paving the way for Sunday. That's why it's a Good Friday. So don't sit there thinking we're celebrating something today. We're certainly remembering it. Celebration comes on Sunday. Know that I love you. Bye.